Hi friends, welcome back to math. Today you should have your math paper, well it's section 10.3, but it's pages 293 and 294. There's a little boy running on the beach with a bunch of seagulls. That's the picture right at the top. I want to review something really quick with you because remember yesterday I used Slinky Dog as an example to show you how numbers expand, right? Numbers can get bigger, they can be small, but then they can also expand and get bigger when we were talking about expanded form. So I also want you to think about big numbers today because we're still talking about the thousands place. But today, a little bit different. I want you to open your mind because we're going to be thinking about a number line. We're going to be thinking of the number that comes before and the number that comes after a certain number. Okay, so if you see on your paper, there's like a whole chart there that we're going to fill in with the number before and the number after. Now, it could look kind of scary because the number's really big, but truly, I'm going to give you a tip because the only thing you really have to focus on if we're counting by ones is the number in the ones place, which is the last number in that whole number word. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen really quick. And I'm going to show you guys. Come on, boom. All right, we're going to look at the number 1,352. Now, what would be, if we're counting up, counting on, what would be the next number? 1,350. What comes after 2? Well, it's 3. So I want you to know, you don't have to worry or stress out because it's such a big number. Most of the numbers stay the same. The only thing that changes is the number in the ones place. What would be the number that comes after 1,353? Well, you know that 4 comes after 3, so you would write 1,354. Okay, now let's count backwards because on today's paper, they're going to ask you for the number before and they're going to ask you for the number that comes after. So I don't want you to get caught off guard and think, oh, I don't remember how to count. Because sometimes doesn't that happen to us? Somebody asks us a question and you're like, and it's almost like your brain just like wipes clean of everything you've always known to be true. And you're like, I don't know this answer. And we panic and we start sweating, right? And we get nervous, but I don't want you to do that. So I'm going to prepare you. They're going to ask you for the number that comes before and the number that comes after. So I want you to turn your brains on to counting and think of a number line, okay? Get a number line, envision the number line in your brain. All right, what number comes before 2? Hit me with it, Mia. Did you say 1? Yes, you got it. So all the other numbers stay the same, and the number they're asking us is what comes before 1,352? Well, we know that 1 comes before 2, so the answer would be 1,351. Good job. Okay, so if they asked us what number comes before 3,495, we're going to focus on the number in the ones and we're going to write 3,494. You did it. You're so amazing. What would come after 3,495? We're not going to panic. We're just going to look at the number in the ones place, which is 5. What number comes after 5? Did you say 6, Mickey? You're exactly right. 3,496. You got it. Okay, let's see. Cynthia, help me with the next one. This is a really big number. 6,321. What number are we going to focus on, Cynthia? The one in the ones place. I know you knew that. Okay, Cynthia, what number would come next? 6,322. Very good. 2 comes after 1. Good job. All right, next. Let me think. Michael, what number would come before the number 6,321? Ooh, this gets a little bit tricky. But if you think about what number comes before the number 1, if you're counting backwards, that would be 0, right? So it would be 6,320. Wow, you guys are amazing. David, dun, dun, dun. I'm giving you the biggest number. Are you ready? All right, let's underline the number in the ones place. What comes before 8,519? If you're looking at the 9, what number comes before 9? Let's write it, 8,518. Good job. All right, Lydia, what would come after 19? Or sorry, 9. After 9 is a 0, but be careful. Remember that the 9 is the biggest number that can be in a Daddy Digits room. So if there's a 9 in the ones room, and then we go to the next number, what's after 9? It would be the next 10, right? So we're giving over a 10 to the tens, and it would be a 0 in the ones room. So 8,519, and then 8,520 would be our number. Do you see how that happened? All right. What number comes before 5,700, Jojo? 5,000. Ooh, they're trying to trick you, friends. Let's see who's got this. 5,000. Now, would it be, Now, if we're looking at the number 700, what comes before that? Well, it wouldn't be, what number comes before 0? Let's see. Now, it wouldn't be, there's no number before 0 there and no number before 0 there, but maybe we can move the number in the hundreds to 1 less. So 600, and the biggest numbers in the ones room would be the 9s. So 5,699, 5,700, and what would come after? 5,701. Good job. All right, that was just a warm up for our brain. Now we're gonna do the real thing on our paper. Are you ready? We're gonna order 4-digit numbers. Put them in order. So you know that numbers that come before and after 4, so the number that comes before 4 is 3, and the number that comes after is 5. So then you know that numbers that come before and after 74 would be 73 and 75, right? Makes sense. So now if we add another digit, you also know that numbers that come before and after 174 would be 173, and then after would be 175. All true statements. So now they're adding another digit in the thousands. So I want you to trace those numbers that are there, the ones that are kind of light gray. All right. When you're done with that, let's skip on down to the bottom. Numbers. We're only going to do a couple of these to get your brain going, because I don't want this video to be super duper duper long. Okay, I want you guys to be able to work this, but without taking up too much time, okay, for you guys and your parents. So we're going to try to keep this video as short as we can. So we're going to zoom through. Okay, you ready? All right, let's begin. So before is the first column. So think about the number that comes before. So counting backwards. Are you ready? 1,459. Well, before that would be 1,458. The only number that changes is the 1 in the ones place. All right. So for the number that comes before 5,207 would be 5,206. Next, what comes before 4,361? Well, we go backwards and it would be 4,360. Nice. 8,211. Now we count backwards 1. It would be 8,210. Good job. All right, I'm going to let you guys, let's do this one because it's kind of tricky. 9,600. It would be 9,599. Good job. Okay. Next, let's go into the middle. I'll let you guys do those two on your own. In between. So we're going to look for that missing number that goes in between the two numbers that they gave you. They gave you the before and they gave you the after. Now you look for the in between. Well, what number comes after 7 and before 8? Everything else stays the same. 6,248. Good job. What number comes after 2 and before 4? Did you say 3? You got it. So it'd be 7,193. 1,583. 1,584. And then 1,585. Good. So you're going to look at these two numbers in the ones and decide which number goes between those two numbers. If it's easier for you to look at the whole number as a whole, you can do that too. But for some of us, if you're anything like me, all the numbers might overwhelm you and you might think, it's so big, my brain can't handle such a big number. Then just break it down to the room and look at the ones place only, okay? So what comes after 4? Well, you know it's 5. So you know that the number in the ones place is gonna be 5 and all the other numbers stay the same. 5,965. Good job. Next, 4,310, 4,311, 4,312. For me, it makes sense to count it because when you count it, it's kind of like you're singing it and it kind of has a little like ring to it. So if you want to count it, starting from the first number they give you, and then you say the next one, then the next one. It might make sense that way too. All right, we're gonna skip over to the next. You can do those last two on your own. Ready? Now we're thinking, switch your brain again. And we're thinking of the number that comes after 9,825. What comes after 5? 6. 9,826. 2,640. 2,641. 3,029. 3,030. 6,737. Let's look at the number in the ones. 6,730. What comes after 7, Ion? Did you say 8? Yes. 38. Very good. All right. I'm going to let you guys do those next two, and we're going to move on to the back. So you can come back to those next two, or you could just do it right now that I'm talking. I'm giving you some time, buying you some time. Okay, when you're done with that, skip on back. You're gonna write the numbers in correct order. Do you see all those fish? Yummy, delicious fish. They gave you the first number in the sequence, and then you have to decide which number comes next. Remember, I would focus on the number in the ones. Don't confuse yourself. If you don't need to focus on the whole number, that's okay. Just focus on the number in the ones to see what comes next. I'm gonna circle all of those to see what comes next, so I'm only focusing on those. And they already gave me this one, so I'm gonna cross that one out. What would come next? 3,165, 3,166, and 3,167. Good job, friends. This is so much information. You guys are doing so amazing. I'm so proud of you. All right, let's do the next one. I'm going to underline the number in the ones because I want to remind you that that's what we're focusing on, okay? Sometimes it gets a little bit tricky when you're changing from single digits to double digits, but stick with me, okay? We can do this. We can do hard things, first grade. All right, so they already gave us this one, so I'm going to cross it out. And I'm going to circle all the, actually, I'm going to do the tens and ones. So the last two numbers, because our number gets bigger. As it starts growing, then we have tens. All right, so what would be next? After 7,108, 7,109, 7,110, 7,111, 7,112. Can you handle it? Oh, I forgot to do this. Forgot to cross them out as I went along. Good job, guys. Okay, let's go on down and fill out this. Oh my goodness, this is a really big chart, but guess what? It's in sequence and it's going in order, and I know you can do this. Let's do the first couple together, and then you can handle this all on your own. Are you ready? 1,200, 1,201, 1,202, 1,203, 1,204. What comes next? Yes, Timmy, 1,205, 1,206, 1,207, 1,000, what, Jaden? 1,208, 1,209, 1,210. What was next, Mia? 1,211. Good job. 1,212, 1,213, 1,200. What was that, Alexander? 1,214. Good. 1,215, 1,216, 1,217, 1,218, 1,200. What was that, Michael? 19. Good. All right. Keep going. 1,020. Oh, I said that wrong. I'm so sorry. 1,220, 1,221. And what comes next, David? 1,222. Good. 1,223, 1,224. What's next, Nico? 1,225. Nice. Mickey, give me the next one. 1,226, 1,227. Nice. 1,228, 1,229, 1,230, Josiah. 1,231, 1,232, 1,233. What's next, Olivia? 1,234, 1,235, 1,000. That's a tongue twister, guys. This is so many numbers. 1,235, 1,236, 1,230. What was that, Macy? Did you say 37? You're right. 1,237, 1,238, 1,239, 1,240, 1,241, 1,242, 1,243, 1,244. Remember, for the rest of this, when you guys fill it out, we'll finish out this line and then you guys can do the rest. But if you get one of these wrong, it's gonna mess up the sequence of all of them and it won't make sense. So be sure that you're checking them one by one as you're going, okay? You're looking for the number in the ones place. What comes after 3? 4. What comes after 4? 5. So all these other numbers stay the same. That one changes. 1,246, 47, 1,248, and 1,249. What would come after 49? We go to the next 10. What's the next 10? 1,250. Does anybody notice anything about this chart that we're doing? Kind of like all the other charts, all the 10s are right here. It's like you're counting by 10s. 1,200, 1,210, 1,220, 1,230, 1,240. Do you notice that? And then ending in a 1 in the ones place is the next column. See it right here? They all end in a 1 in the ones place. And then the next column, they all end in 2s and they all end in 3s. So they're going in order. So that's a good way to be able to check your answers, all right? Okay, friends, I love you so, so much. I'm wishing you the best Wednesday of your life, okay? Let me stop share so I could see your faces. There we go. All right, guys, have an awesome day. Fill it out, and we will talk soon. Bye.